Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to be doing a full face of brand new makeup. I haven't done one of these in a long time. I'm kind of really into these chatty get ready with me's, and I'm also really into makeup if you guys haven't noticed recently on my Instagram. So I thought today would be a great day to just kind of go do a chill new makeup full face look for you guys. If you want to see how I go from 0 to 100, keep watching. Chiutips. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more like this. If you like these get ready with me's, chat through videos, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let's get started and do this 0 to 100 full face makeup look. This is the first product from this brand that I've used. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Clinical Skincare Vital E MicroBiome Age Defense Cream. When it comes to starting my makeup, I always like to hydrate the under eyes because that part of my face tends to get really dry. It's quite thick actually. I'm just gonna apply a little bit under the eyes. It's nice. Doesn't really smell like anything, so that's good. If you do find that your concealer or foundation creases quite a bit, using an eye cream just all over the face is really nice. My typical one that I use is the Banana Bright eye cream from Ulla Henriksen. So if you have that, I would highly recommend you use it also. Following that, I'm going to do my eyebrows, and this is a newer-ish product that I've been using. It's the Oakenfort O Brow. Oakenfort is actually one of my favorite fashion brands. I do like shopping there quite a lot. They do also have a makeup line, which is what I'm using right now. I like to start really light because this is quite a dark color and my hair is actually growing out right now, so I want something that's going to complement that color and not go too light brown. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And brows take the longest time for me because it just requires more attention and detail. This is just my go-to way of doing it. There's a brush on the other side. It's a really nice consistency too, and it looks really natural, so I'm happy with that. A new product that I just got in the mail is the Covergirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk Nourishing Foundation with coconut milk and aloe extract. Covergirl is now Leaping Bunny verified, which is awesome. So let's try it out. Ooh, it's very liquidy. It has medium coverage. It's not totally covering everything, which I kind of like because it's supposed to give a dewy finish, which obviously, as you guys know, I love dewy looks on my skin. Yeah, it's actually really quite nice. It's soft. It's not too cakey. I don't see any lines because sometimes when you use foundations, it doesn't blend in properly, and that's either because you have too much water in your sponge or you're brushing it in too hard. So what I like to do with this is I like to apply it on like first layer and then let it dry a little bit. Give it a couple of seconds, let it do its thing, let it get into the skin with the natural oils, and then go back into it with your sponge. It's also so dry here in Vancouver. My lips have been peeling like crazy, so please don't mind my nasty looking lips. Also, totally unrelated to makeup is I've been watching this show called The Circle. You guys, I might be super late to this, but it is so addicting and it's so good. It's kind of like reality, trashy TV, but honestly, I feel like it is such a good social experiment to see how people react, especially in our day and age with being on social media and everyone posting. It's just really interesting to see how people act behind a computer. So if you haven't seen that yet and you're kind of into social experiments and Black Mirror and those kinds of things, I would recommend you to go watch it and check out a couple of episodes if you haven't seen it already. I'm also looking for some new shows to watch on Netflix. I have been so busy lately, so I haven't really had too much time. So if you have anything that you want to send over and recommend, please comment in the comment section below so I can go and check out some of your favorite shows. I really like this foundation. I only used a tiny bit and the coverage is really good. One brand that I've been really wanting to try is Milk. And I haven't had a chance to up until recently. I went to Sephora and I was just like, I want to try this. I've heard so much about it. So this is the Milk Makeup Shell Flex Foundation Stick. I'm actually going to use this as a little bit of a concealer for my under eyes. I found that this foundation stick, when I did use it the first couple of times, it was a little bit drying. So I thought maybe I'll use this for concealer instead, and it worked really well. Just because it says foundation or just because it says concealer doesn't mean you have to use it for those purposes. It does work better as a foundation or an opposite of what it's supposed to be, you can use it. And this is a little bit lighter than my natural skin color, so this works really well as a concealer for me. So I'm gonna go back in and just lightly blend this Milk foundation stick. Yeah, like that looks great. I love it. Not too much. And the skin is still very dewy. It doesn't look like I have a ton of makeup on, which is always my go-to. Oh, we just finished The Crown season 2, I think, or 3? I don't know, the latest season. It was amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for them to bring out Diana, which we already looked into, so that's a spoiler, I'm sorry. But in the new season, there's going to be Princess Diana, so oh my god, I can't wait to see that. It's gonna be so good. Now we're gonna go into eye makeup. I'm taking the tape off because I actually didn't even open this yet, so here it is. I thought these colors, as you guys know, are quite neutral, quite me. I think I'm gonna go with this color here to start, and then I might go into this color, and then I might go into a darker color for the edges. So my color. I love it. I'm just gonna brush this mainly all over the lid. It's quite neutral and gives a good base shade. This brush is from Fenty Beauty, and oh guys, I'm a big fan of Fenty. Their primer, their foundation, Rihanna's got it. I'm a fangirl. Keep them coming. Just a little bit on the outer corners. You know, the thing about Asian eyes, it's quite hard to do that deep crease look. I mean, you can, but it takes a long time. So for me, I just like to play around with the darker shadows on the outer corners and then do the little bit of the line on the bottom lash line to give it that smoky effect, but not black smoky, just like brown smoky. So I'm gonna go back because there's a couple of lines that I need to blend out. Blending is key when it comes to this. And for my blending brush, I love the Morphe M441. Ooh, this brush is so good. I went to the mall and found a Morphe store and I just stocked up like crazy. So big fan of the Morphe eyeshadow brushes. I'm going to line the eyes, and this is from Huda Beauty. This is a duo one. It has a pen as well as an eyeliner, and for today's look I am going to do a liquid liner because you know we fancy today. Oh, so far so good. Very smooth. It's always scary using new products because you're like you don't know how it's going to apply. So, but it's a great way for you guys to see what works. So I'm gonna do a little wing too. Here. Yes, I love it. I always find it easier doing it on the right side because I'm right-handed, but if you can, lay it flat and you'll get a much smoother line. I'm gonna flip it over and use the pencil side to line the upper waterline because you don't want that gap. That gap is never pretty to look at. And apply. And done. For bronzer, I'll be using the Guerlain Terracotta Natural in 03. I also love that Angelina Jolie is the ambassador for Guerlain. Her perfume and her fragrance. She is so absolutely gorgeous and has such a interesting and cool way to think of life, and I don't know, I'm really into her and I'm really into this bronzer. So here we go. Using my, this is the It Heavenly Luxe French Boutique Blush. I'm just going to apply this to the corners here. Lift up those cheekbones. I love this brush. I've had this one for so long. And I'm gonna do a little bit on the forehead because you want that like 3. About 1, 2, and 3 to really round out everything. Next, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Cheek Heat Sheer Gel Cream Blush. I'm going to make it really safe by putting some on the back of my hand. I can barely see it, but it is coming through. As you can see the difference on this side. Sometimes a great tip to use for cream blush, if it's not really packing on like it is right now, is using a brush, because sometimes the fingers don't apply as well. This is the Morphe M405 brush, and I'm just going to kind of do this and just lightly blot it in. See how much more concentrated that is by using a brush to apply the cream blush. And you want to make sure that it's not too wet, because if it is, it's going to move around your makeup and you definitely don't want that, especially after I use the Terracotta powder bronzer. So I'm going very light on this, but it's giving me a way better application. You see? Put a little bit on my nose because I feel like that's really cute on girls when their nose is a little bit rosy. I'm gonna quickly curl the lashes. This is not a new product, obviously. I mean, this is my go-to just shimmer eyelash curler. But the mascara I will be using is definitely a new one. The mascara I'll be using today is the Maybelline New York, the Falsies Lash Lift. Definitely giving me some fluff action. And this side as well. I'll be using this new Clinique Cheek Pop Highlighter in Gold Celebration Pop. This is actually for their New Year's collection because it's the year of the rat. And if you guys didn't know this, Jeff is actually a rat too, so very interesting. Hopefully it's a good year for him. I'm going to apply this with this same Morphe brush as well, just because I think it's quite pigmented and I just want to use a tiny bit, and I think if I use my fingers it might be too much. Ooh, yes, look at that. Bam. Okay, not too much. We don't want to scare anyone with our highlight. And then last but not least, I'll be using the MAC Patent Paint Lip Lacquer in 587 Lacquered Up. So with lips, I try not to do the, because that actually makes it worse. So don't do that. I've done that in my tutorials before. Don't do that. Just apply on the bottom and apply on the top. So I'm gonna start with my bottom lip first. Beautiful. That looks weird. I can tell this thing is gonna stay on for sure. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me while I did this full face of new makeup. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and comment below and let me know what you're looking forward to doing this weekend, because that is my whole thing in life, is always having something to look forward to, because that makes every day really exciting. So let me know what you guys are looking forward to this weekend, and I will write down below what I'm looking forward to so we can chat about it. And I will see you guys all very soon in my next one. Bye for now.